grade 6 learners. I am teacher Margarita, your guide in today's lesson in home economics. Get ready with your ball pen, paper, and your module on family resources and needs. Before we continue with the lesson, let's find out how much you already know about human resources and needs. Answer what I know.
Letter A. Identify what kind of family resources are the following. Draw a heart if it is a human resource, a star if it is a material resource, and a square if it is a non-material resource. Number 1. Water. 2. Time. 3. Skills. 4. Furniture. And number 5. Intelligence. Letter B. Draw a happy face if it is a basic need of a family, and a sad face if it is not. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. Let's check your answers. For letter A, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. For letter B, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5.
If you got all the answers correct, that is outstanding. However, proceed with this video to enhance your knowledge on the lesson. If you got one or more mistakes, very good for answering the pretest, and don't worry, since this video will help you learn more about the lesson. Before we continue, let us have a short review on identifying needs and wants.
Study the chart before answering the given questions. You are given 20 seconds to think for your answers. Let's now check your answers. Number 1, number 2,
Very good. Let us now move on to what's new.
read the selections below. Answer the questions that follow. Letter A. Benny came from a wealthy family. Her parents can provide all her needs. B. Sarah's family can only afford their basic needs. They always help in the household chores after school. C. Joey and Roland live with their grandmother. Their mother is a solo parent who is currently employed in Dubai. Compare the three families described in the selection. Number 1. Which family earns the most income? How do you think that the family spend their income? Number 2. Which family earns the least income? Does it affect the family's management of resources? Why or why not? Let us now answer the questions. Number 1. Benny's family earns the most income. The family spent their income wisely. Number 2. Joey and Roland's family earns the least income. Yes, a family resource is important to meet specific needs and wants in order to survive.
To know more about family resources and needs, let us proceed to what's in it.
Family is the basic unit of a community. A family resource is important to meet specific needs and wants in order to survive. Here is an example of a family and an example of an extended family. Can you see the difference between the two? Yes, very good. Resources can be defined as anything we use to achieve what we want and our needs. Example, number 1 is human resources, meaning our capabilities, intelligence, and skills, so with our strength and energy. Number 2, our material resources, that is what we call the tangible assets. Examples, the house and lot, the jewelries, and the furnitures and appliances. Number 2, material resources, or called the tangible assets. Examples, automobiles and cash. Number 3, non-material resources, called the intangible resources. Examples of intangible resources are health, experiences, and time. We have also the family basic needs. Number 1 is food, wherein it is the most important need of everybody because it is the fuel we need to survive. Here are examples. Number 2 is shelter. It is the house to live in and protect ourselves from the heat of the sun, storm, wind, and others. It gives us also protection. Okay, this is an example of a house, a kitchen, a bathroom, or a comfort room. Number 3, clothing. Clothing covers our bodies and keeps us warm. Examples, t-shirt or polo shirt, pant, dress, and a sweater. Number 4 is education. What should you do? You go to school, you study hard so that you can graduate, so that you'll be able to find a job. Number 5, social needs. All these are examples of love, acceptance, and belongingness.
You are now ready to proceed to what's more.
Letter A, identify what kind of resources are the following. Write HR for human resources, MR for material resources, and NR for non-material resources. Letter B, identify the types of resources listed below. Write HR for human resources, MR for material resources, and NR for non-material resources. Number 1, talents and skills. 2, sand used to make glasses. 3, experiences. 4, mental alertness. And number 5, health. C, identify the basic needs of a family. Choose the correct answer from the box below. Food, education, money, clothing, shelter, and social needs. Number 1, it is the most important needs of our body wherein it fuels our body to have energy and survive. Number 2, it includes things such as love, acceptance, and belongingness. Number 3, it is a fabric that covers our body, keep it warm, or protects it from the sun, insects, thorns, and other hazards. Number 4, it is a place where we live in and protect ourselves from heat of the sun, storm, and wind. Number 5, it starts from home and plays an important role in shaping the character of every member of the family. Let's check your answers. For letter A, number 1. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8, number 9, and number 10. For letter B, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. And for letter C, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5.
Awesome! You have finished the 3 activities. For those with mistakes, review your answers and discussions. Let us now proceed to what I have learned.
Number 1, what are the family resources and needs? Number 2, why should the family members know how to maximize these resources? Let us now check your answers. Family resources are the human resources, material resources, and the non-material resources. We have the needs: food, shelter, clothing, education, and social needs. Number 2, the family members should know how to maximize these resources to meet specific needs and wants in order to survive.
Great! You were able to answer the questions. To further check your understanding, let's proceed to what I can do.
Letter A, study the table below. Put a check on the proper column for each word that corresponds to its correct answer. Number 1, mental alertness. Number 2, furniture. Number 3, jewelry. Number 4, talents. And number 5, time. Letter B, identify what each picture represents according to family resources and needs. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Let's now check your answers. For letter A, your table should look like this. For letter B, number 1, number 2, number 3, Number 4. Number 5.
Wow! You're almost finished in answering this module. For those with mistakes, go back and review your answers. Let us now proceed with the assessment.
Letter A. Identify what the following statement is referring to. Number 1. It refers to capabilities, intelligences, skills, strengths, and energy of a person. Number 2. It refers to time, health, and experiences. Number 3. These are tangible materials and they can be found in nature that they can be used for practical human purposes such as wood from trees. Number 4. Without this, family members are unable to perform their duties and responsibilities at home, in school, and at work. Number 5. It refers to tangible assets such as house and lot, furniture and appliances, jewelry, automobiles, and cash. Letter B. Identify the basic needs of a family. Match column A with column B. Write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Column A, column B. Let's check your answers. For letter A, number 1, human resources. Number 2, non-material resources. Number 3, material resources. Number 4, non-material resources. And number 5, material resources. For letter B, we have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5.
Excellent! If you got all the answers correct. If you have mistakes, go back and review your answers. Be ready now for the additional activity.
Make a picture collage of the different family resources using your photo collage maker on your computer. Be guided by the rubric below. Note, all pics must be obtained from a common free site such as Pixabay. Here is the rubric in picture collage making. The different categories, we have relevance, legibility, labels, and time management. You'll get 5 points if all the items or pictures are related to the topic and are easy to understand. 4 points if all the items or pictures are related to the topic and most are easy to understand. 3 points. All the items or pictures are related to the topic and some are easy to understand. 1 point. If all the items or pictures do not relate to the topic. Under legibility, you'll get 5 points if your work is exceptionally attractive in terms of design, layout, and neatness. 4 points if your work is attractive in terms of design, layout, and neatness. 3 points if your work is acceptably attractive through it, maybe a bit messy. And 1 point if your work is distractingly messy or is poorly designed. Under labels category, you'll get 5 points if all the items of importance are clearly labeled. 4 points if almost all the items of importance are clearly labeled. 3 points if several items of importance on the collage are clearly labeled. And 1 point if labels are too small or to view or no important items were labeled. Under time management, 5 points if you submitted complete artwork on time. 4 points if you submitted incomplete artwork on time. 3 points if you submitted incomplete artwork after 1 day, and 1 point if you submitted incomplete artwork after 2 days. The perfect score here is 20.
Wonderful! You are through with the last activity. Submit your output together with your module and answer sheet to your teacher. Thank you very much for watching this video on family resources and needs. Have a good day!